VMware's view of software-defined storage, next. VMworld's over.
Almost, yes.
Oh, almost over. Okay.
Almost over,
so
yeah.
how'd it go?
It went great. A lot of exciting things. I'm in the storage team at VMware, so very excited about what's going on hyper-converged infrastructure, virtual SAN announcements, Evo SDDC. So a lot of excitement, I think, particularly around that software-defined storage area.
Right. You had a bunch of announcements. VSAN, I think is 6.1.
6.1, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. And what came with that?
Right, so VSAN is a relatively new product, right? So we've been out for about 18 months. This is actually the third release, so we're actually on a very fast release cadence. 6.1 had a number of enterprise availability capabilities, right? So stretched clusters, 5-minute RPO in terms of replication. Then we announced interoperability with vRealize operations for better management of the platform, and then support for NVMe and UltraDIMM. So a lot of great new things, which we think really allow us to penetrate more into the enterprise class, enterprise segment, and mission-critical applications.
So I'm curious. So some of the, when I first heard about vSAN, my first reaction was it seemed that VMware was going kind of in competition with some of its partners, right?
Okay.
Their storage partners, like the orange one
like
that we're sitting here, right?
Sure.
And the reaction that I got was that, well, this is really for people there's a lot of people that don't have the money or the budget or the time or the resources to do those kinds of products.
Right.
And so this is more for them. But then now I hear you saying, you're reaching more into the enterprise. So is it still, are you pushing back on your own partners?
Well, and it's a great question, right? A lot of what we do at VMware has some level of co-opetition. We're driven by this vision of software-defined storage, right? And that's all about making storage as efficient as compute, basically doing to storage what vSphere did to compute. Now, we're doing that with a number of different solutions. We have virtual volumes, and virtual volumes is all about putting in place a new abstraction layer between external storage, SAN and NAS, and VMware. So that's a better way to manage existing traditional SAN and NAS.
Right.
And then we've also introduced virtual SAN, which is hyper-converged storage, which is a completely new way of doing storage. So what we're doing here is we're giving customers more options, and we're continuing to collaborate very closely with the storage vendors, and at the same time we introduce virtual SAN. So it's there's a little bit of competition, as I mentioned, but a lot of things we do at VMware fall in that category of competition. Right?
Yeah, so you've got some customers that are asking for the external storage, right? So you got the vVol stuff there, but then you've got a lot of people that want to do the hyper-converged infrastructure, right? And they want to have the, especially flash, right? They want to have flash super close to the VM.
That's right.
Right, and so that's what vSAN is heading for?
Right, so what vSAN does is it enables hyper-converged infrastructure. HCI is really about eliminating the traditional silos, right? So if you look at the way people have been deploying infrastructure, there's been a compute silo, a network silo, a storage silo. HCI is about taking the intelligence that's running on those silos and moving that up the stack to run a software on x86. So you're eliminating the silos and you're really streamlining the infrastructure. And so from a storage standpoint, what you get is simpler infrastructure, higher performance, because as you mentioned, you're bringing the data closer to the compute, and we're using flash so we can deliver massive amounts of IOPS, faster latencies, more scalable and more cost-effective infrastructure.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed my interview with Gaetan from VMware, and make sure to check out our other videos and click on and subscribe to our channel while you're at it. Thanks for watching.